Right. Well, let's talk about that, because you were one of the first people to have the idea that a clown could be a scary figure. Mm-hmm. You actually, in It, which became a movie, you wrote about you created a homicidal clown. It's very effective. Did you find clowns scary when you were a kid?
Well, you know, as a kid going to the circus, there would be like 12 full-grown people that would all pile out of a little tiny car. Their faces were dead white. Their mouths were red as though they were full of blood. They're all screaming. Their eyes are huge. What's not to like, you know? So
why were your clowns screaming?
Right. Well, I mean,
yeah, I know what you mean. They come out,
you know. Yeah. So I started to actually look at kids when I grew up a little bit, and I said, you know, kids are all terrified of him, and the parents are all like, aren't the clowns funny, Johnny? And Johnny's like, no, get me the hell out of here. Right. These people are all crazy, because they are monstrous looking, and children are really afraid of them. They do have that sort of monstrous thing going for them.
Did you ever have a personal interaction with a clown that scared you?
Yeah, well, not exactly scared me, but I was on a book tour, my first big book tour, and I was on my way home. You do 9, 10, 11 cities in 4 days. It's surreal anyway by the time you get done. Cleveland was the last city, and the plane started to pull away from the gate. We were going to go from Cleveland to Burlington to Portland, where I was going to get off and drive home. The plane pulls away from the gate, and then it pulls back in. I'm sitting in first class, and the door opens again, and Ronald McDonald gets on the airplane. He's fully dressed.
Fully clothed Ronald McDonald, yeah. You
know, and it sits down next to me, because I attract weirdness. You know, I'm like a weirdness magnet. And I was so weirded out by that point after all these, you know, rubber chicken dinners and everything else that I wasn't even surprised. Here he is, orange hair, orange shoes, the whole 9 yards. He sits down next to me. This is years ago. Plane takes off. No smoking light goes off. He pulls out a pack of Kents, lights up.
Ronald lights up a cigarette, yeah.
A Kent, and he orders a gin and tonic from the stewardess. He's sitting there drinking a gin and tonic, smoking a Kent, and I say the only thing I can think of, where did you come from? He says, McDonald Land. And
McDonald Land, yeah.
Yeah, right. So I say, is this, no, really, where'd you come from? And he had come from McDonald Land, which is a real place in Chicago. And he was going to open a McDonald's in Burlington, Vermont. But you talk about surreal.
Sure.
40,000 feet with Ronald McDonald, and you think, what if this plane crashes? I'm going to die next to a clown.
A drunken one, too, yeah. You don't know what it's like.
That's